I've been in this circle, I guess you could say, like probably all my life. You know, I've been pulling wrenches since I was a kid. That's what I love to do. That's what I do now. I have a dealer's license now, and I have a classic car dealership in Basile. That's the Classic Corner, and that's what I do. I restore and buy and sell classic cars. So, but I did 2 shows for the Experience Louisiana Festival here at LSU. And it all got started because Mr. John R. Young did the first one, and then he was out of state for the second one and asked me to do it. I'm like, why you know? He's like, no, you need to do it, you know? So anyway, I did 2 over here, and then I did one for the, not Centennial, but what was it, 125 year on Park. We had about 85 cars. And then me and Travis Carrier and Chris Savoy always talked about doing one down 2nd Street. Let's put them everywhere. Let's park them on concrete and all over the place, you know? And then COVID came, so that kind of shot all that down. And then Alicia came along, and then we brought her into the circle and said, this is what we want to do. And Scott Fondo too, he and I are good friends, and he's like, man, do whatever you want to do, you know, it's cool. So anyway, the way this goes is everything is sponsored by Eunice businesses, everything. We have T-shirts that have, you have to pay, I think it's like $300 to be on the back of T-shirts, and I only put 8 of them because I want them big. I want you to be able to see them from here to that wall. And I see them everywhere. I see them at Cruising the Coast. I see them at car shows everywhere. Everywhere I go, I'm going to see one. But everybody that pays $30 to enter gets a T-shirt, and then they get like a dash plate keepsake that Miss Tammy, Charlie Gilroy's wife, she sponsors that. So she pays for 200 of them. So whenever somebody registers, they're going to get a T-shirt, they're going to get that little dash plate, and then now we go with the awards. And in order to be a sponsor, like this is one of the awards. This is 8-inch steel. And I want something different. I want something cool. You know, I don't want no wooden plaque in it. You know, I want something that nobody's seen before. So John Eric V's and I had him cut out the stake, and then Miss Faye and I created this design, you know, for the car show, and she actually makes all these. So this is what they give. So in order to be a sponsor, the award costs $30. So if you want to be a sponsor, your business is going to be on there, like that one, sponsored by, who's that? Hormel, Ryan Hormel's business. You know, and these are what they call some rack cards. These are mailed out to everybody on my mailer list. 200 or 300 people's on the mailing list. And every time I go to a car show, my buddies go and I can't go, they toss them in these classic cars. I want them to come to my show. I want them to look at everything that's on here, and I want them to know what Eunice is offering them. And on the back of these is all the sponsors. This is on 500 cards for $30. And then you'll see a picture later on. But we have a big 4x8, big old sponsor poster that's made, that's there the day of the show, and then they set it up in City Hall for like 2 months. You know, so the sponsors get a lot for their $30. I'm going with Mr. Rick after a while to do a little broadcast recording, and then I'll be with Todd tomorrow night. A guy from a classic car YouTube channel reached out to me this week, and we actually did an interview. What's today? Wednesday? Monday. We did an interview, so it's on the YouTube channel. This guy found me he's by Shreveport, you know. So anyway, another thing like this year is actually going to be like an accordion, the award. You'll see it on the next slide. What's that? See, this is actually a last year's best of show. That's what it was, best of show. And this one's sponsored by AgCon. This is actually a big cypress stump that Miss Faye and them made, and the plaque is probably about that big. You know, so I want something totally different. And so this year, that design is going to be this year's award. I don't want the same one every year. That guy right there, that was at a Church Point show. And whenever we go to other shows, me and some guys that helped me put on my show, we'll walk around and look at all the entries, and then we'll pick our favorite. What's our favorite? You know? And that's what this award is. It'll say Spring into Summer Classic Car and Truck Show, favorite choice, presented by Mark Denette, event coordinator, and just, this is what we give them at other people's car shows. And the guy said, man, you don't need to do that no more. He said, your award's cooler than mine. You know, so, but we just give back. You know, Miss Faye makes me like 12 or 15 of them, and every time we go to a car show, we give back, we give me the mic, we talk about our show, we talk about Eunice and all that, and so it's just pretty cool props. What's the next one? Let's see what that was the best of show last year. This guy, he had a 57 Bel Air. That was this is just a picture of my crew. Well, I have about 20 people that help me, that come out and register, park cars, hand out shirts, do the collecting and all that, and that's a sponsor board. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, that's what the show is all about. I'm gonna have guys that they're coming from everywhere. They still, a guy from Plaquemine Parish called me this morning. He's bringing 6 guys with him. Some guys from Lafayette and Sulphur came yesterday. They never been to Eunice. He said, we want to go see the place, you know, and find out where we can park, and we don't want to get lost early in the morning. So they just came right out here and hung out and stopped at DC's, I believe. And you know, so that's what it's all about. They asked me why I do the show in Eunice. You the mayor of Basile, you know, why you do the, and it's just my way of giving back to Eunice. I mean, these sponsors took me 6 hours to get. You know, it's just a phone call or a text message, and they always support. They always support me and what I want to do. They know they can call on me if they need any kind of donation or whatever. My wife and I have been doing that forever. And it's just my way of giving back to Eunice, because I worked in Eunice with a Acadian ambulance for a long time in this area. I worked at AgCon, I worked at different places here in Eunice. Mr. Gaddis, that was one of my funnest jobs. Mr. Gaddis was fun. We didn't make no money, but it was fun. You know, so, and it's just a neighbor, you know. I mean, my dentist is here, my doctor's here, my insurance guy is here, my CPA is here, you know. So it's just good neighbors, and it's just my way of thanking everybody and taking care of Basile for being next door and having a Walmart 11 miles away, and not like he was talking about living in Toledo Bend and having a Walmart 35 miles away, and he hated it, you know. So.